To do this video. Good morning. An update. I'm back home out of the hospital. I just got out yesterday afternoon. So yeah, today I feel a lot better than I have in a long time. Um I'm still feeling the pain, but not like I was before. I think that bad tooth really contributed to me feeling a lot of what I was feeling. Um, I mean, it actually, the pain was worse. So, um, I just feel so much different now. Um, but of course, when I woke up this morning, just a little bit ago, so I ain't looking at hot mess. Still ain't washed my face and stuff yet. But my vision was blurry again. Um, and I woke up with a ton of bruises. I don't know if you guys can see my arms. My arms are, yeah, I got bruises all over. And then on this arm as well. You can, and I'm breaking out too, but you can probably see my arm where I got stuck a million times. I got a hole in my arm from the IV. Basically, they're trying to give me stuff I can't take. I mean, it probably was a good thing, but it probably wasn't, because they didn't have my complete allergy list. Probably how they did have my complete allergy list, they would have been shaking their head. They don't know what to do. Um, so, but yeah. So basically, I was just on a heart monitor the complete whole time, and my my hemoglobin was low. Um, it was low enough to have to get a blood transfusion, but I don't believe in blood transfusions, so um, I don't agree with them. So I was just like, well, basically trying to compromise. Um, I just said, okay, well, I'll just do the iron. I have allergy to iron. It actually makes me break out, and it makes me extremely tired, headaches, and then it messes with my stomach, and then a constipation on top of that. So the other thing is the potassium. I had a bad reaction to that too. Um, yeah, that actually made it worse. My blood pressure had went down, and then it shot back up after they gave it to me. And then I noticed I started having issues with my urine, heck of cloudy and bubbly, and yeah. So, and then I started getting pains in my back. And I was just like, okay, no, I'm not gonna take myself through that again, because I've already, been through that already. Um, Allowing them to give me stuff knowing that I have allergies to. Um, I mean, some things like the iron, I could kind of try to deal with that, but when it comes to the other stuff, um, like the was it chloride? I think it was, that actually made it worse. I don't know if the nurse came in, if she gave me something else on top of that, but it literally, I was sleeping. I think the last video I did, I was in so much pain after that, and I was just like, hell no, I'm not putting myself through that again. I don't know what she did, but she started the IV, and the next thing I know, I literally felt like somebody was pricking my head with the ice pick in my whole head, and it was hurting extremely bad, and my blood pressure shot up, and I couldn't get it back down for a minute. Normally I do, water, ice chips, everything, you name it, because I can't take blood pressure meds. I have allergies. I know for sure I have allergies to at least five or six. So, I was just like, okay, normally I know how to get my blood pressure down. They wouldn't let me. They wouldn't allow me to take a shower. I could only do like sponge baths or whatever. They wouldn't allow me to take a shower because um, I was really dizzy, and no, were afraid that I would fall or something. But I kept saying, okay, because I use a shower tray. I use a shower tray at home. When I feel like that, I'll put my shower chair in there. Or when I can't, because of my knee or whatever, if I can't stand, I use my shower chair at home. So I'm like, you guys have shower chairs? And they were like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, well, give me a damn shower chair. Because that's for me to keep my blood pressure intact. Um, and it's crazy because a lot of medical, like doctors, and I don't know about the doctors too much, but the nurses, they don't know about this. If a person has an allergy to blood pressure, to get their blood pressure down, drink a cold glass of water before taking a shower, and you get in a shower. That lowers your blood pressure. Even drinking water, ice chips, all that lowers your blood pressure. That's how I've been able to keep my blood. I've been doing this since 2015 because I can't take blood pressure medicine. So and I want to say they tried to give me something back in 2017 that that it like messed me up. It like really messed me up. Um, so yeah, so after she did that, I was not able to get that. Like my blood pressure just kept going. It would go and it would show down when they were coming. I mean, because I had just drank cold water, my temperature went up, like, and my temperature's been all over the place. And I don't want to say the only reason why it was showing lower is because I was just drinking ice, just eating ice chips or sipping water or whatever. And so I was just feeling like, okay, I'm starting to be guinea pigged again. And that's how I found out I have all these allergies because I've been guinea pigged in the past. And I was just like, I absolutely will not put myself through this again and be worse than, I was just like, I already have heart issues and it runs on both sides of my family. I'm not going to put myself, I'm fixing to be 40 soon. So I'm like, I'm not going to put myself through this. This is crazy. And so, yeah, so, um, and I think the doctor was frustrated. And I don't know if he was just like feeling like I was refusing because they didn't, like I said, they didn't have my complete allergy list. And I was just like, okay, I'm not going to do this because I've already been through this. They don't know all this. I'm in another area, new area. So they're not knowing that, I'm refusing it because I have an allergy to it. You guys don't even have my complete allergy list. So you guys don't know all of what I'm allergic to, but I know that. And I had initially told my nurse when they first sent me from the emergency room, when they admitted me, they put me in the room. I don't even remember the nurse's name, but when they put me in there, I ran down, my allergies to her, the ones that I knew off the top of my head that I remembered. And I was, I told her all sofa, whatever. Like I can't even eat sofa foods, like, garlic, onions, like stuff that I used to be able to eat. I can't eat anymore. Like that I thought I shouldn't say I should used to be able to eat. I would eat it and have a reaction, not knowing that I had a sulfa allergy at the time. And so, I had ran all this down to her. So when she did my list, even from things that I could, eat, and I told her, I said I can't eat eggs. Like I didn't realize I had an egg allergy until I kept breaking out or getting, issues with my heart or joint pain and little things like that. It was triggering. It was triggering a lupus flare, and I'm not knowing what the heck was going on. So anyway, I was telling her this, and so when she's like, okay, well, because I'm gonna do your menu for and I said, okay, well, I can't have eggs, anything with eggs in it, because it's gonna flare up, and it's just gonna cause more issues for me. And then she asked me about like things that, do I drink soda? I was like, nope, I don't drink, I try to stay away from soda because I'll get a bad side, reaction, or it'll mess up, if it's going to mess with my, like coffee. She asked me about coffee and I was like, I love coffee, but I know it's going to cause issues with my heart. So no, I stay away from it. So the next morning I get my breakfast. Well, I want to say the first morning after I was admitted, I get my breakfast. I got pancakes, eggs, coffee instead of tea because I told her I was like I do teas. I was like I do like chamomile. That's like my ultimate tea for everything because That helps for inflammation. That helps you sleep. That helps like with pain. That helps everything. That's how I've been able to like manage even my lupus all this time. Like because I can't take anything, I have to find other ways to help me. And so I was like upset because I'm like, was she listening to me the whole time or was she not? Was she just, I don't know. And so, of course, I had to tell the nurse that was on shift at that time. I'm like, I can't eat this. Good thing they had some oatmeal and some yogurt or whatever. Um, and then they had a banana, which I don't understand. Like I'll say in the last few weeks, because I don't really eat bananas like that, but I like bananas. I used to eat them a lot, like, but I don't eat them. I don't eat them like I used to. And so I was feeling like my potassium was low, which it was when I went to the hospital this time. Whenever I went in for the allergic reaction or whatever. So this time my potassium was low. So that morning I was like, okay, I'm gonna eat a banana. Well, I noticed after I eat a banana, it runs right through me. I can't even hold it. I can't hold it in. I can't hold it down or whatever. So, um, and so I'm like, okay, maybe I'm like, am I not be able to? Because this has happened to me. I'm gonna say the last 5 times that I've ate banana. Because I'm thinking maybe I just got a bad batch. No, it keeps happening. So I'm like, okay, maybe did I develop an allergy to this? So it's like it's to the point where it's certain things I can't even eat that I was able to eat. I'm like, okay, I know I'm getting older. I already had a little bit of. There's some things that I know I can't eat, like or drink. I know it's more with certain drinks like flavored water, coconut waters. Well, I know coconut because that's the sofa, so I can't eat that or drink that. At the time, I didn't know that, but there's like certain drinks that supposed to be healthy for you. I can't drink. I don't know if it's an additive in there, and that's why I have to start reading. You guys have to start looking at the labels on stuff because um, you won't know. Like you literally, and sometimes they don't put everything on there what all the ingredients is. So like I have to really be careful when I eat or certain things like it's crazy. I love salad. I can't eat salad dressing because most of the salad dressings have garlic, onions, or eggs. So that's all. That's 3 sofas right there. It's a mess, y'all. So I was like upset. I was highly upset because they brought me this menu of everything that I told them I couldn't eat. And then so I had to like tell them for dinner. I had to do my dinner menu. Like they gave me choices, and they had me on a cardiac diet on top of that. So not only did I have to go by a cardiac diet, but I had to make sure I had stuff that I could eat. Like um, what's the other one I like? Okay, so one of the things that they put on there, and I had told them no, is they brought me broccoli. Broccoli is also a sofa that I didn't realize. I mean, I know now. I mean, I've known this for a while, but before when I was eating, I would eat ton of green vegetables, all that. No, stuff that's supposed to be healthy for you, person with that type of allergy, it's not healthy for you. So these are the things that some of your doctors ain't gonna tell you. I already have a clotting disorder. I found out from another patient. I didn't even know because I was eating so many green vegetables trying to keep my to keep my iron up because I couldn't take iron. And so I'm trying to figure out why my blood is clotting up so much and not realizing um a lot of green stuff is vitamin K. Like if you eat too much of that, and that vitamin K clots your blood. They don't tell you that. So had I not have been talking to this other patient, at a store that he worked at, I would have never known that. That's how I was able to find out because I'm like, okay, I'm eating this. I'm eating this. It's supposed to be healthy, and this is way before I found out that I had a sulfa allergy. So I'm trying to figure out. I'm like, okay, because I mean, I literally had changed my whole diet. Like, I literally cut out at that time because I was trying to do a fast, trying to, figure out what was working for me and what wasn't. Um, and it was just like I kept having issues and not knowing. One, I had the sulfur allergy. Two, I was clotting my blood because I was in taking so much vitamin K, not knowing that vitamin K clots your blood. So I was just like, oh wow, I didn't know this. And um so yeah, you guys gotta really do y'all research. I mean, you gotta really find out, like, learn your body. I tell my best friend all the time because she's kind of going through the same thing. She hasn't been diagnosed, but she's having a lot of the same symptoms as lupus. Um, and I don't just I have a connective tissue, so I have multiple autoimmune disorders going on. And I have to learn all of them. Like, I still don't know all it is to learn about all of them. So, but I'm like, I've completely cut out pork, because I had an issue. I used to have an issue with my blood pressure. Well, this recently I did because I had an allergic reaction. Um, and so, excuse me, that triggered everything else. But find out, like I always, what I tell her, like what I had to do for myself. I mean, if you have to keep a journal, um, write things down, like when you eat something, how you feel, or just pay attention. Even if you don't write it down, just pay attention and remember, like, what did I eat? Um, what did I eat to contribute this? Or, did you feel different? Like, she kind of figured she had a seafood allergy, but she wasn't paying attention to it. And so we were talking, and I remember she had mentioned to me earlier that day, or like an hour or two prior, that she ate seafood. And she'd be like, "Oh, I'm sick and I'm breaking out," and da, 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 da. And I'm like, "Did you eat some seafood today?" I'm like, "Yo, what keep eating seafood knowing you ain't supposed to eat it?" And and she'll be like, "Oh, you right." She's like, "Dang." She's like, you be showing me stuff, and I'm like, you have to pay attention to stuff like that. I'm like, I know you love seafood, like I love sweets, I love cakes and all that stuff too, but I know I can't eat it because I have the sulfur allergy that has eggs in it. So don't get me wrong, every blue moon, I'm like, I'm finna give me a little bit of cake, but then here I am sick later because I ate some stuff I can't eat. So, and it's hard, but you gotta find other alternatives. There's oh my God, I'm trying to remember the name of this place because and it's crazy. My daughter went through the same thing. And this is before I had realized I had all the same allergies my baby got. She got it from me. She has an allergy to and I'm thinking she might have a sulfur allergy. But she has allergy to this is my youngest twin. She has an allergy to eggs, wheat, soy, and um, nuts. I think it's hazelnut or something like that. It's a I want to say it's hazelnut, but I want to say it's multiple nuts. It's a few, but I know for sure hazelnut. But like, I would cook food, and I didn't, for a long time she didn't have a reaction. But and I never knew. I knew she had an allergy to eggs from when she was younger. After she got her last, I want to say around the time she was a year, she had got her last her them immunization shots, and then all of a sudden she triggered an allergy, and that's what happened to my oldest son. He's gonna be 18 now, but he went through that. Like, I don't care what nobody say, these darn shots is causing all kind of food allergies, and because after I got my last flu shot in 2003, all of a sudden I have allergies to stuff that I never used to have an allergy to. It's crazy. I don't know. Y'all gotta do your research. But yeah, what was I at? Oh yeah, so like this, like I was just saying with my daughter, with all her allergies, I turned out to have a sulfur allergy, and not realizing, like, before I was, we were all eating certain things. I know I would not to give her eggs, but it wasn't until, I'm gonna say, a few years later, all of a sudden she can't eat soy, she can't eat wheat, she couldn't eat all these other things, um and she kept getting sick, or she would she would get headaches, or her stomach was bothering her, and or she, they would, every blue moon my babies would complain about joint pain. I was like, dang, all my babies don't have lupus or nothing like this. And so I was taking them to the doctor, and the doctor was like, well, like they couldn't find anything. And then she started having issues with asthma. I know I had a little. It wasn't bad, but and then it started getting to where they needed a breathing machine and stuff. And I was like, no, something. I kept telling the doctor, I need you to do some tests and find out. I said, because she's getting too sick. Like, and it was scaring me because I was already starting to get really sick, really ill and stuff. No, I had my moments, but it was like, I'm like, nah. And I had them do, I think I had her do a test on my daughters to make sure they didn't have any autoimmune disorders or anything. But, and I was like, well, can you do an allergy test and find out what it is, I mean, because it was to the point where one time she passed out, and I'm like, oh my God, what's going on? And so, that as a parent, that scares you when your child is having asthma and all the other stuff, and you're like, what the hell? Like, no, as a parent, you're gonna try to find out what they're going on with your child. So yeah, so I ended up, I was like adamant to the doctor, like I was at the doctor a lot. I was like, look, I need to find out what's going on with my babies because, you know, and it wasn't like, it was like visible. It wasn't like she was breaking out in a rash or anything. It was like showing, like if I was that type of person that didn't pay attention to their kids, I wouldn't know that she was having an allergic reaction. And so, to something, but I knew because, you pay attention to your child enough, when something's off with your child, when something's not right, when something's, they feel sick, or you could tell. And I knew, and that happened too. Like I would even go to the school, and I would know that she ate something that she wasn't supposed to eat, um, based off of, she wasn't like seeming coherent or something. And that happened one time, and I went to the school, and I was like, and she wouldn't tell me. I was like, baby, Nanisha, you okay? And she was like, she didn't want it to, she just kind of just had this stare look, like she was not completely there. And I was like, no, something's wrong. And it's crazy because the school just was like, nobody paid attention, nobody knew. And I'm like, what the heck going on? So that's when I was like, okay, no. And I was just like, what did you eat for lunch? And she didn't want to tell me. And I said, baby, what's wrong? And I kept looking at her. I said, look at me. What did you eat for lunch? And I want to say she ate she ate a burrito or something. But it had soy. They used soy meat. So I had to pull my baby out of school, and give her Benadryl and all, and make sure she was. But I was just upset because I'm like, you got all your teachers here. Y'all got to pay attention to the kids with allergies. Like, so I was almost to the point where like I'm not gonna have to homeschool my baby, because at least if she's home, I can monitor her. I know she's okay, but she's here with teachers and the administration, and then with other hundreds of kids. Sometimes if they got too many other kids to deal with, they're not gonna pay attention. So, but it was just a nightmare. So, yes, please pay attention to your allergies. Like any like new medication you take, you feeling any type of way, write it down. Let your doctor know. And sometimes you got doctors that don't care. They're like, oh well, I'm sorry. Do you need to get you a new doctor? Um, because it's too much stuff going on out here for your doctor not to pay attention to you. Um, you need to have a doctor that's gonna listen to you, that's gonna really find out what's going on, and take the time. Um, and it's unfortunate that there's doctors that some don't care, but there's some that that do care, and they will try to get you help and do all that they can for you. Um, but yeah, I'm actually kind of glad they released me because when they released me from the hospital, my blood pressure was still like, it actually had went up even more. Um, it was I forgot exactly how much it was. It was pretty high. It was actually like 151 over 100 and something. Yeah, it was up there. Um, but I was just like, I just need to get home so I can get, because I know how I can manage my own blood pressure. So, but anyway, I just wanted to give y'all an update. Y'all be blessed. Stay cool. I know it's hot out there. It's on y'all at and stuff. So, but I just want to give you guys an update. You guys can see my swelling went down a lot, a lot, a lot. I've been drinking my chamomile tea and, trying to take care of everything. So, I am feeling a lot better. I'm still having a little bit of jointy, achy little here, but it's not like it was. So, I'm not feeling like I was when I was in the hospital. That's for sure. All right. I love you guys. I'll talk to you guys soon. I'll do another video. I'm gonna try to keep you guys more updated. Okay, but definitely pay attention to your allergies and what you eat and stuff. All right. Okay. Talk to you soon. Forgive me for looking like a hot mess. All right, y'all.